Welcome to yet another lesson in grade 10. Today we're going to quickly look at question 3 titled Probability and Counting, Module 7. So I hope you have your textbooks, your notebooks and your pens to continue with today's learning. Today we're going to look at page 378, question number 7 to 10. Very quickly, we need to understand what is important in a section like this. They are asking us to use the spinner, so we're going to refer to the spinner for question 7 and 8. Remember, when we have a question of this nature, there are two events which are taking place. It's going to be event A and event B. So you have event A taking place and you have event B taking place. So there are specific events which are occurring, so you have to find out what do they want here. In this case, they're asking us to look for the possible outcomes of each event. The possible outcomes of each event. So let's go back to our question. It says event A. Let event A be the event that the spinner lands on a vowel, right? On a vowel. So very quickly, let us quickly review what are the letters of the vowel. It's A, E, I, O, and U. These are the letters of the vowel. So let's go to our spinner once again and let us locate all the vowels. A, E, A, U, and O. Now you would notice that there are two A's here. There are two A's, but when we are doing the sample space, we only take one of the A's. So your A would therefore be, the event of A would be A, E. We do not take the second A. We take the U and we take the O. So that is the sample space of event A landing on a vowel. The second one is let B be the event that it lands on the letter J. So you can see here very clearly that we have two letter J's. So we only take one letter J. And then this letter here, should I say not letter, it is the symbol, it's the mathematics symbol for union, right? So this tells us that there is a union between A and B. What does union mean? Union means the combination, right? Where you got to add up all the events of A and all the events of B. So very quickly, what are the events of A? A, E, U, and O. What are the events of event B? And it is J. So this is a sample space of A union B. Now very quickly, I'm not going to complete the rest of the examples. You're going to work it on your own. I'm just going to highlight important words here. Let X be the event that it lands on a consonant. A consonant will be everything but the letters A, E, I, O, and U. So it will be K, it will be H, it will be S, it will be J, and it will be J. But remember, you only take the J one time, right? The second event, let Y be the event that the letter lands on the letter K, right? So K is your second one. And thereafter, you work out the union as we worked in example 7. When you watch the video, you can pause it here and check the answers to see whether you are able to get it correct. Moving on to example 9. Example 9 is very simple. It requires a little bit of reading. All it's saying to you is a random number generator is used to generate one integer between 1 and 20. So event C, let C be the event of generating a multiple of 5. Remember, you're only working from 1 to 20, and therefore you only need the numbers from 1 to 20. So what are the multiples of 5? 5, 10, 15, and 20. The second event, very quickly, tells us let D be the event of generating a number less than 12. A number less than 12. Right? So all the possible numbers less than 12 will be from number 1 to number 11. And then once again, 1 to 11. Remember all your numbers. You list all your numbers. And then they ask you once again, what is the union? Union means you're going to write all the numbers down, but you do not repeat any numbers. So example, if you got 10 here and 10 in the event of B, you only write 10 one time. Moving on to the next question. A random number is used to generate one integer between 1 and 100. Also know where you start and where you end, right? So this is very important. 1 to 100. Multiple of 10. What are your multiples of 10? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. Second one is let B be the event of generating a factor of 30. So here you have to know what is a factor of 30. Very quickly, factors are all the numbers which can fit into 30. When you multiply these two numbers, they must give you 30. So we always start with 1 and 30, 2 and 15, 3 and 10. 3 multiplied by 10 gives me 30. And then we go on to, we cannot use 4, but we can go to 5. 5 times 6 gives us 30. So these are all the factors of 30, and they would be their event for B. Once again, very quickly, you would list all the events of A, all the outcomes of A, all the outcomes of B, and then you do the union of A union B, and you would be able to get the answer very easily. When you have time, you can double check your answers. I hope this helped you to understand question 7 to 10, page 378 on probability and counting. And as usual, never give up, stay focused, stay positive, and stay strong. Until our next video, take care.